this morning the tide is huge, 13.2 meters, which in old money for Newport is 14.9 because we had 1.7, almost a 15 meter, and that is a big old spring tide. And a lot of areas locally are unfishable because the rip would be far too strong, but also there are parts, for example up at St Bride's, whereby the water could come over the top of the rocks and into the fields behind. No such problems down here at Peterstone. I'm fishing off the sea wall, I'm high up, and there's no chance of that water coming over the top. I'm fishing on a bend, and I'm casting into a bit of a bay area, if you like, and we should be able to manage that rip okay. I'm next to Peterstone Gout. We'll have a chat about that later on, so enjoy it. Nice to be back down in Peterstone. I think the last video I made down here was around 9 or 10 months ago, and if I remember rightly, in that session I had a few small congers and a thornback ray, so not too bad. This wind's incredible, got a really strong northeasterly. It's a bit of a pain, to be honest. Yeah, as I was saying, on the 3 yoke flapper rig at the moment, bottom hook is straight ragworm. We're a couple of hours off high water, so we got a bit of time yet. I got you this morning around 6 o'clock, and conditions were shocking. Quite a heavy drizzle, really dark cloud. It's a bit better now, it's dried up, but this northeasterly is quite nasty. So it's going to be a bit tricky. A couple of fish out there. It's a dark old morning, it's very gloomy at the moment. The water is absolutely flying up, and the reason for that is because it's a big tide, and therefore it's got a lot out, literally. You've got to be in it, doing it, as they say. Next few weeks now, guys, I'm going to be down the Gower, and also I'm having a bit of a break down in Tenby for a few days, and whilst I'm there, I'll try and get a video done. Although I think they're evening tides, but that's probably a good thing. Be a bit quieter then. We're about an hour off high tide now. So far, dead. I'm not surprised, to be honest. At the moment, it's pretty much the same wherever you go. Although, when I head west now, and they haven't budged. And that's why today I've chosen this. But where I am, the sea wall, it kind of cuts back inland, and it's not a problem. Come on, there's got to be a codling out there or something. Or maybe there's not. Yeah, not far off high water. On the 4-0 Paternoster Pennell, I've just stuck on a big bluey bait. Could be a thornback ray out there. Hey, I'm clinging on to hope. But yeah, not a touch, not a dicky bird. That's got a 2-hook flapper rig on it, 10 yards out. This could be my first blank of the year. It's very much on the cards. But if it is, it is. I don't worry about it these days. I'm out fishing, I'm detoxing that mind, recharging those mind batteries. Happy days. It's better than being stuck in work. And look, we got another hour and a half or 2 hours left of fishing, so something may turn up. Knowing my luck, a piece of seaweed. Bang on high water now. I've just taken a walk down the bank to get out of that wind. When it blows, and sometimes it's nice to have a break from it. In one of my recent videos, I was talking about, I'll give you a good example. Let's say that today I blank. I mean, I may not blank, I may catch yet, but let's say that I do blank. This video won't do to rely on fish in order for a video to do well. Yeah. I'm having a bit of a rant, guys, alright? I'm getting it off my chest. But yeah, that does sometimes bother me. Because like I've said many times, this channel isn't just about showing fish. It's about the experience, the fishing experience, the watch. But I'll keep going for now. What's the old saying from the Rocky film? It's not about how hard you can hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. So I'll keep plodding away and I'll see where it takes me. Anyway, how are you guys doing? I know that things are still not an electric bill. 3 months worth, and in fairness, we don't use an awful lot. But when I saw the bill, I could have cried. I could have cried. It's not good. So yeah, keep... Well, not even the cheapy old boat rod's doing anything, and that's when you know the fishing is bad. The tide is just about starting to turn now, so in a sec I'll be casting to my left. We are going to get a little bit of a rip. Different bait combinations, different ranges, but they're just not there. And if they're not there, we can't catch them. And on the very last cast, when the water was flying out, my left hand rod just bent over, cracking cod of around 5.5 pounds, and Dad went down the rocks to get it. Never forget that. It was a gloomy old day, very foggy, very misty, no wind at all. The water was flat calm. But yeah, nice bit of last cast magic. Be fantastic. I don't know. The fishing gods, they're not playing ball. I've obviously upset them. Right, that is my last cast now on each rod. As I thought, the water is flying out, dropping at a rate of knots. On the big bait rod, I've stuck on a mackerel and bluey cocktail, and on the 3 hook flapper rig, I've put straight ragworm on each hook because I just want to use it all up. I'll give those rods now, I reckon, 15 minutes, and by then there won't be much water left. The old geese are on good form today. It's always good to hear. You can tell that spring is on its way because in the mornings now you can hear the dawn chorus. And I must admit, I'm looking forward to the spring. Don't get me wrong, I love winter, but when it comes to filming, those longer days make it a little bit easier. You haven't got to worry so much about night lights and all that, camera lights. So yeah, I am looking forward to spring. Not one bite, guys. Approximately, I'd say 100 yards in the space of 7 or 8 minutes. Now that is what you call pace. I've taken a walk down to Peterstone Gout, just next to where I was fishing, and down into the Severn Estuary. And the way it works, all of the fresh water collects or collates in the freshwater lagoon behind me, and when the tide's out, the force of that fresh water forces open the flap of the Gout, and then the water can drain away. Now, when the tide's coming in, the force of the salt water forces the flap shut, and therefore that salt water cannot flow up into the marshland. A simple but effective piece of engineering. How about that? Well, there we are then. First blank of the year, but to be honest, I'm not at all surprised. It was always going to come, and it was long overdue, to be honest. But I've enjoyed it. It's been nice coming down to Peterstone. Lovely part of the world. The wildlife is fantastic, and when I leave this place, I always feel good, you know. Guys, as always, thanks for watching. It's mega appreciated. And swim, look after yourselves, take care. All the best.